this is Roger. Thanks for dropping by. In yesterday's video I had two Phalaenopsis that I said I would probably mount. Well, I did. I managed to find time towards the end of the day. If we have a look at this first one, this was Cute Chick. This is what happens to Phalaenopsis if you keep them in a soggy, solid mass of moss. They lose their roots. It's the best way I can think of to kill a plant. That is just not a sensible way to look after epiphyte type orchids that like air around their roots. Nonetheless, I took the spike off of this one because, well, basically the plant's too weak to support that. Even though it's put most of its energy into growing it, it's still got to support it, so I've taken it off. So basically that's a look at that one. That's going to go onto my list of not very favourite plants, I'm afraid. However, this actually looks quite good mounted. Flower spike's hanging down nicely, the second spike is arching over, it looks quite natural. Unfortunately, you know what Phalaenopsis are like, they set their flower very early in the spike. So these are now upside down. Obviously this spike over here may have time to correct itself on the smaller buds and actually come out the right way up. Nonetheless, this was a much better plant. This had reasonable roots. I won't say brilliant roots, but at least it had some. So this will take to its mount. This won't be too bad. You notice there's a difference in types of roots. You get these pure white type roots, like those. Those are what I would probably call water roots. Where it had been so soggy for so long, they've adapted almost to a water type of culture. Well, now they'll have to unadapt because I'm not having any of that. But we do have two lovely signs of something growing there. I suspect they will be new roots. It's highly unlikely they'll be spikes anyway, especially right next to one that already exists. So hopefully new roots, and hopefully they'll find their way back into that bark. As you can see, I don't use cork bark very often. I still use it, but I've managed to get hold of some oak bark. And the good thing about the oak bark, it is lovely and slim. So it's not like a huge block. Anyway, when I mount orchids, I tie them in with fishing line. It's less conspicuous than string and wires and things like that. And it seems to work quite well. It's incredibly strong. It's impossible to snap. The only downside is it is very thin, and you have to take care not to pull it too tight or you will just slice through your roots. It's quite good at doing that. Okay, so that was the green apple, not apple green as it was wrongly named yesterday. But then that was early on in the day and I was a bit tired, and I'd only had one coffee, so I do have an excuse. So that's my two Phalaenopsis from the Orchid Show, mounted up. That one's not looking so good, roots not so good, consequence of how it was potted and looked after. This one's reasonable root system, it should pick up nicely. I'm going to leave the flower spikes. I think there's enough strength in that plant to actually keep those going. But I'll keep my eye on it. If I see the leaves getting a bit limp or the plant looks as though it's deteriorating, then off they come and we'll await some new ones. Okay, just a short video. Thanks for dropping by. See you again.